Hello everybody, welcome back, Fumbler here, and yeah, today will be a special video because we're doing a review and we're going to have a look on this newest cutaway lock training cylinder from Multipick. They sent it to me for the purpose of this review, free of charge, so I'm happy that I can share my thoughts on it with you today. And also, if you want to grab one of these, be quick, and the Black Friday sale starts today. So maybe you can grab one at a discount. So let's open it up and have a look on it. This is what you get in the box, with the core, of course, being the cutaway lock. And you see it's a double Euro lock, and it has the chambers cut into so you can see all the pins in action. And actually you get two pins, and you will notice right away one side is a dimple lock and one side is a classic pin tumbler lock. I mean, they're both pin tumblers, but yeah, this key goes in vertically while the dimple lock side will go in horizontally. And yeah, this is very unique for a training lock, and also finding a dimple training lock cutaway is not the easiest, and especially in that high quality as it is here. And yeah, let's have a closer look on the chambers. Let's insert the key again. You see the pin movement right away while I insert the key. All chambers are aligned and you can actually open the lock. And you see actually that they sent it out with a very nice bitting, lots of ups and downs, very good for practicing. And also the pin tumbler side doesn't come short in very challenging bitting. And also here, let's insert the key and have a closer look how it all works. Yeah, this is just very nice to watch. So yeah, these grooves are amazing. The quality of the cutaway is really nice. You can see everything you're doing in here. So this alone is very nice to see. What else do you get in the box? Well, you get a screw if you want to actually install it in the door. I wouldn't recommend, but maybe you're up to it for training or so. And you get high quality pinning tweezers, which have a very nice groove in the front for picking up pins. And mentioning pins, you get a wide assortment of like 50 pins or so, with some extra grub screws and pinning and springs. I'll put a picture overlay now and you can see what you get in the box. And maybe let's focus quickly on the security pins. So you get some serrated, some very nice T-pins, some two-parted pins, security pins, some like T-pin in cup shape or so, and some spool pins and some standards. And you will get a lot of key pins actually, and with these you can change the bitting of your lock very quickly by just doing what I show you now. You just grab the Allen key you also get in the set, and then you can just unscrew whichever chamber you like, just like this, and then you can dump the whole chamber out, and all of a sudden you just have a 5-pin lock. And if you want to, you can repin it, of course. Just grab your pinning tweezers, they will hold on to the pin very nicely, and then you can just reinsert the pin or put another pin in there and just set up the lock as you like. Yeah, so I will just complete it back to it was. This is actually the factory outline setup as it came to me. And yeah, let's put it in a vise and then pick it, and I will show you what it's all about. So see you back in the vise in just a second. Okay, now we got the pin tumbler side in the vise. And yeah, looks beautiful. And it's really nice to see the cutaway in action. And yeah, let's pick it together, and then you can see all the benefits from having a cutaway lock. So just put in your tensioner, and on the right side of the screen you will have the normal view, like in the normal lockpicking videos, and then here on the left side of the screen you have basically the X-ray version with the cutaway. And we'll just go through the pin stacks from front to back. Nothing on 1, nothing on 2, 3 is binding, 4 is binding not, 5 is binding tightly. And what I'm doing is I'm twisting the pick a bit on the tip, and 5 is set now. Let's go to 6. Got it. 4 is binding now. And you will notice that we don't get a full set yet. Okay, 4 is set. Nothing on 3, 2, 1 is binding. Got it set. And now we saw a little core movement and a small false set. And now, which one's binding? 2 is binding, and we see when we pick it a bit, the false set gets even deeper. And that's the spool now binding here in 2. So let's pick it. A lot of the other pins dropped while setting pin 2, just as what you would expect from a spool. And here in 6, again binding, nothing on 5, 4 is binding tightly, got it set, 3 binding, and maybe 4 again, yes, 4, and we're open. And yeah, with the cutaway you really always know where you are in the lock with the pick and what you're doing. And yeah, really nice tool to learn lock picking. So let's turn over to the Dimple side and see how that turns out. Okay, now we have the Dimple side of the cutaway in the vise. Let's put the key in. And you can nicely see how all key pins are set to shear line by the key. Let's get it out, and then we put in a dimple tensioner and grab a flag, dimple flag, and yeah, let's try to pick it. So counterclockwise tension and clockwise picking. Small click on 1, nothing on 2. Nothing on 3, 4 is binding, small click on 5, good click on 6, and we got some core movement. Just touched 4 again, we got more core movement. And now the spool in 2 is binding, counter rotation, and we got it set. And now the T-pins in 3 and 4 shot up again. 3 is not binding, 4 is binding, and we're open. Yeah, and that quickly you can pick a dimple lock, and yeah, it's very nice to see where you actually are in the lock with the flag, so you can always tell on which pin you're working with the flag. So really nice tool to learn lock picking and dimple lock picking. So let's go back to the desk and summarize quickly. So here we are back at the desk, and I hope you saw that how much fun it is to pick this cutaway lock. And I really think it is a great tool for beginners in lock picking, and having a normal pin tumbler side and having a dimple side in one lock is really unique, and it is a great tool that you will enjoy a lot through the learning curve in lock picking. This cutaway feature just gives you so much idea what you're doing inside the lock with your pick or with your flag, that you get a great deal out of it. Of course, at some point you will have to leave these crutches and pick a lock completely closed, but learning what the security pins give you back and which pin is binding and so on is so much worth, in my opinion. I will actually do a follow-up video explaining more on the pin states, and maybe stay tuned for this. But yeah, this product I would really recommend to everybody who's starting out lockpicking, Of course, the price changes of this lock. It is rather expensive if you look on it at first glance, but you really get a high quality product. I mean, a Dimple cutaway and a Euro cutaway in one lock is very unique. And I really appreciate that they did this in one lock. What you have to think about is this is a right-handed version for Euro style picking. So I always pick it like this and I look on the lock from here. If you're left-handed or if you're picking pins up, you will not be able to look inside here. So there's a special version. If you want to pick pins up, be sure to grab this version of the set. And this will also revert the cuts on this side of the lock. And this is a really great improvement in their cutaway locks. And when I was starting out lock picking, I also bought a cutaway lock by them, the Training Cylinder MK2. And it was a very nice, well-made BKS cutaway lock. And yeah, I loved that when I was starting out, and I played around with it quite a lot. And one thing I always criticized about this is the very tight keyway the BKS locks provide. And this is very hard to navigate in when you're starting out. And if we compare it now with the cutaway here, you might think, well, it is almost the same, but actually you have quite some more space in this lock. And if we try to insert the BKS key, it will not fit. But if we grab an ABUS key from in E90, you'll see that it fits. Of course, it's not pinned up correctly, but yeah, just to give you an idea about the dimensions of the keyway, this is much more open and much more beginner friendly. And also, if you looked on this in the past, you were criticizing, well, there's a 6 chamber, but no, BKS locks usually are only pinned up to 5, and this was also the case for the training lock. And this one now here has 6 chambers, so 1 pin more to play around with. So also a very step up in the cutaway lock picking game. So yeah, I must say I really like this product, and if you want to grab hold of it, maybe use the chance of this Black Friday sale on this weekend and grab one yourself. Or yeah, if you have other thoughts and have your own experience with this lock, let me know in the comments, and happy to discuss everything around these topics. So thank you very much for still watching if you're still here, and yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Bye!